And I said, ooh, I'ma get a half of the town in the mood. We be doing apples in Kalamazoo. Thinking I went platinum, the sound in the room. And people gonna be tracking me down with the truth.
Hey guys, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, just wanted to sit down, test out some new releases, and chat about life, as one does. Today I'm using a bunch of fun new things today, most notably the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation and the Sugar Belle Fun Size Palette. Anyways, yeah, there's not much else to say. You will see the full details of this makeup look throughout this video because I'm like doing it on camera. Please make sure to go and check out the Flower Child merch. Round 1, the first release is only out for a few more days. So bonfire.com/store/Julia Mazzucato if you want to support your currently very much struggling college student. And without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with sunscreen as always because we are responsible in this house. I've actually switched out my sunscreen the past month and I've been using the Roche-Posay Anthelios XL. My friend went to France this summer and brought me back sunscreen because she knows me too well. I really wish I'd taken like sunscreen and sun protection a lot more seriously as a kid because I'm already seeing like some dark spots popping up on my cheeks that I know I probably could have prevented. So I'm gonna go with primer. I'm using the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation today. I have a tiny size, but I wanted to use a primer that I know just works with most things. So I'm gonna use the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer, one of my favorite like very aggressively dewy primers. First and foremost, I just want to say, no, I did not get lip fillers. I know my lips look very like nice and luscious today, but they are not luscious actually. They are just very inflamed because my dumbass used a red lipstick that I know damn well I'm allergic to, but I was like, it's fine, it's just for 5 minutes.
You're literally the dumbest person I've ever met.
So I suffered for you guys for this Halloween makeup look that I cannot wait to post. It's so weird to me that I've been doing my Halloween looks in like literally August and September. I'm just trying to pre-shoot them all because I am moving up to UCLA in about 7 days. These past 3 weeks or so have just been me pre-filming content, pre-shooting pictures, just trying to have everything squared away so I don't have to worry for my first 3 weeks of school. There's a lot up in the air right now, but if there's anything I know for sure, it's that I want to keep doing this channel for as long as I possibly can. My next 2 months of content are like meticulously planned out, and as like nervous as I am for everything to work out, I think it'll be okay. So I hope you guys enjoy everything that's coming at you for the next month. And yes, I will try and do like a little bit of a vlog on my first day of school, or at least my first like week or so of settling in. It's a once in a lifetime thing and I want to kind of document it, if not for you guys to see, just for me to look back on this crazy time in my life and reflect on how everything is. Everything's changing and it's crazy and weird and wacky, but you know what? At least my tits look good. I asked you guys to send in questions for me to answer during this Get Ready With Me. So far there are 3 questions and they're all dumb, so I'm not going to answer any of these. For foundation today, I have a little mini sample size of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation. I wanted to get a little sample size because the full size is obviously very expensive, and I honestly, of all the foundations that have come out that I knew I wanted to try, this one I was the least sure about because it does seem to be more on the mattifying side, so we'll see how it looks today. This is my first time using it. I don't like doing first impressions on camera, but I'm testing it out today, filming today, figured I'd just use it. This shade is a little bit darker than I would normally use, but I got my first ever spray tan because I had a gnarly sunburn that I got at the UCLA football game, and I decided to spray tan just to even everything out. So I'm a little bit darker than I normally am. I think I look healthy and not vitamin D deficient as I usually do. So today I'm using the shade 6 Warm. First impressions, it is pretty full coverage. I would say a little goes a long way. That was about like 1 pump, maybe 3/4 of a pump that I'm using so far. That like blocked out all my stuff on my cheek. Okay, wow. That is it all blended out. First impressions on it blended out. Like, keep in mind, it's only been blended out for like a whole minute on my face, but I think it looks really nice right now. It definitely is very full coverage. Blended really nicely on my nose, so that's usually a good sign because foundations typically just look awful on my nose, and when it looks good on my nose, that's a good sign for the rest of my face. It's just like a nice satin finish, and I did use a very dewy primer, so it's looking pretty ideal right now in terms of what I like my foundation to look like. I like that. Like that very much. I'm gonna move on. Most of the questions are about college, like, are you excited? I think everyone knows that I'm starting soon. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about that while I use a concealer that is not new. I'm using Too Faced Born This Way because I want to give the foundation a fair shot, so I just want to use things I know look good with everything. So I'm just gonna use a little bit on my under eyes, pretty full coverage foundation. I don't think I need to use too much, and then just a tiny bit on my chin because we're struggling right now. So yeah, I am very excited, very scared, but mostly excited. I think I'm just feeling like a lot of feelings right now.
Wow.
It's a whole new chapter of my life. I've become what I hate most, a freshman. And I think it really hit me when I enrolled in classes a couple weeks ago, where I just realized how much the next, hopefully 3 years of my life, I'm trying to graduate in 3, how much craziness and how much work is going to be encompassed in the next 3 years of my life. Like, I don't get to rest. Even during summer, I'm going to be working hard. So I'm glad that I got the chance to rest a little bit during the summer. I was just able to focus on me, focus on my fitness, focus on my mental health. I had surgery, I got to recover from that and be calm during it. I took only one class this summer, like organic chemistry, on the side for funsies, not for credit or anything. And it just kind of made me realize how little I appreciate things until they're over and gone. And I'm glad that I was able to appreciate this summer as pretty much the last summer that I get where I'm relaxing, or I'm not studying for the MCAT, or I'm not doing like some crazy internships. This was all for me, and it's been a wonderful couple months. But I am definitely somebody who feels very bored and like kind of empty and purposeless when I'm not doing something and working really hard. So as much as I've enjoyed like relaxing this summer, I have felt a little bit empty just sitting at home rewatching Parks and Rec over and over. So I think I do need to do something again, and I'm very excited to get back to the swing of things. Just gonna go ahead and set in my concealer with some Fenty Beauty lavender setting powder. But yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been so supportive and so encouraging. I know that I don't talk or share a lot about my education just because it is something that I really do want to keep private. I don't want to divulge too much information. It's such a personal thing. The stuff that I have shared with you guys, I'm very glad that I have, because my audience is mostly young girls, and I do want to share that education is very important and is one of the most important things in my life. So thank you for allowing me to share what I'm comfortable with and not pushing me any further than that. Just can't wait to share the next couple years with you guys. Alright, so that is the face going in. We're just doing a soft bake, not anything too aggressive, and the rest of the skin is looking very velvety smooth. I'm thinking I'm not going to set this foundation, except maybe a little bit on the forehead and on the chin. I normally, when I'm first trying out a foundation, I try to leave it the way I would with other foundations, which is mostly unset, except on areas where I need a little bit of powder, here and here. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to try to wear this foundation for a good 6 to 8 hour wear test. We'll see what happens. Just contouring a little bit with the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Amber. And another very popular question is, are you in a relationship right now? No. Been happy being very, very single all summer. Knowing me, that's probably going to change the second I get up to LA. But I've been single by choice this summer because I think I just needed a break from boys. As I just said, I've been taking the summer just to really be me and respect myself and be in touch with myself and love myself. And for me, that includes just like
throw the whole man out.
Keeping to myself a little bit. Plus, I think entering college single is probably the best thing you can do in terms of having a fresh start. Like, personally, I don't think that long distance relationships are something I could really do. We Gucci, we happy, we love in life. Sipping that dumb girl juice. Doing some cream bronzer today with the Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Fair. I already started applying some because I thought I was filming. I was not, but this is one of my favorite cream bronzers, and I'm using my current favorite bronzer brush. This is the Yori from Elysium. Gorgeous Italian brushes. But the next question is, what are your thoughts on some of the new holiday collections? Yeah! I'm kidding. I've seen pretty much all of them. First of all, it's September. I don't know why the holiday collections are coming out now, but apparently this is the makeup world that we live in. Thanks, I hate it. But yeah, of the holiday collections I've seen, I've only really seen 2 of them that I'm interested in. I think Hourglass, in my opinion, does the best holiday collections every single year, so I'm really interested in the blush palette that they have coming out. I think if you have any of their like previous holiday palettes, the ambient lighting ones, you probably don't need the new one. They come out with the same thing every year with just like different colors. I really like the Hourglass blush palette. And then the Fenty Beauty gloss holiday thingy with all the mini gloss bombs. That looks so good. Nisi Pisa is shaking. I, however, don't think I would buy it myself, but I would probably also add that to my wish list. Just because I have other Fenty glosses that I like, I don't really need to go out of my way to buy that, but I do want it, and I want to try the new colors. So those are the only 2 like holiday collections I see. Like, I'm not gonna get any Too Faced holiday stuff. I'm not gonna get any Tarte holiday stuff because we've been knew that those are not good. What is good though is this complexion right now. Like, damn. For a little bit of blush, this is not a new release, but it is new to me. I decided to finally pick up one of the Katja Cheek Stamp heart blushes. So, comes with a little heart brush thingy, and then you get this cream blush, and I'm very nervous. I hope this is good. Seems a little gimmicky, probably is. Let's try it out anyways. I have the shade 06 Flirty because it's the most basic pink tone shade, and you know that's what I like. I've got a decent amount of blush coated on here. Let's do a little Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. It's a very light color. We need to do a little bit more. Okay. I don't think this is a very effective blending tool. I'm definitely going to need to use a brush, but we'll see how the formula holds up. Oh, that's real cute. Okay, that is real cute. Very subtle pink color. I would definitely say if you want more color, probably go for a different shade. I got, of course, the most basic pink tone shade, but they have a lot of other colors. But I think the formula is nice in terms of cream blushes. Very nice and natural looking. Okay, I did my brows off camera because you're not my real dad and you never will be. Before I move on to eyes, I'm just going to do very light dusting of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder. Figured I'd use Charlotte Tilbury products with Charlotte Tilbury products just to see how they work all together. Just because I feel like that's the closest way of using things as the brand intended them to be used. Alright, that is the base that we've laid down, and let's move on to the eyes. I've talked about this palette quite a few times already. I've had a lot of requests to use it on camera. So I'm using the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette today for my eye look. Just gonna go ahead and prime as always with my Anastasia eye primer. Gotta admit, I've been having a lot of anxiety about like makeup and the amount of things I have in my collection and just the prospects of using it all, because as I've said before, I'm not taking a ton of stuff up to college. I'm just going to pack a few of the essentials, and then every time I come home to visit, which should be like about once a month to film videos, I'm going to like switch out the products I bring back up and just kind of have this like revolving, rotating makeup basket going back and forth. But in doing that, I've realized like there's no way I'm gonna finish these products. It's just so much, and as much as I love having options and I love having a bunch of products in my arsenal just to use whatever weapons I feel are suitable for the day, it also just feels to a certain extent wasteful and gives me a lot of guilt and anxiety, and that sucks because this is a hobby. It shouldn't cause me those kinds of feelings, but that's just something I've been feeling increasingly more and more, probably mostly just this summer. So I don't know, I'm kind of on a journey with trying to reconcile these feelings and find a way to navigate my relationship with makeup. And while I think I'm in definitely a better place now and I've decluttered a lot, I think it could be a lot more curated and smaller. So that's kind of a journey we've been going on a lot. I'm doing a kind of weird look today, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the shade here called Cheat Code, and I'm gonna pack that right on the middle of the lid and blend it upwards into the crease. And for a pastel shade, this has a surprisingly great amount of saturation to it. I think these are the best performing like lighter pastel matte shades I've ever used. I'm just packing that all over the center of my eye and blending it upwards. We're doing a kind of weird ass halo eye today. I don't really know what this eye look is gonna be. I just know it's gonna be funky fresh. Did I really just say that out loud? Cool, great. Look at me! I'm doing both eyes on camera for once. That's wild. I'm actually gonna use the same brush for this next step because I want everything to be melded together and blended really nicely. I'm gonna grab the shade next to it called 8-Bit. It's this beautiful like kind of cornflower periwinkle blue type shade, and I think it looks beautiful. And I'm gonna pack this onto the inner part of the eye and the outer part. But I figure while I do that, I might as well answer another question. I've received a couple questions asking if I've received any hate from my boobs. And it's kind of wild because for the first month, the reception was so overwhelmingly positive and it made me so happy. People were open to hearing my story and what I went through, my reasons behind it, and people were open-minded, and that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my time on the internet. And then men found my boob video. So I would say all the hate comments I've received are commenting on, weirdly enough, the size that I chose for myself of my own free will. Never mind the fact that my doctor literally told me it was like the largest safe size I could do that would be healthy for me and that would look good with my body. Never mind the fact that I like it. But someone actually had the nerve to comment like, should have gotten a nose job and Invisalign instead because those tiny titties are a waste of money. You know what, dude? Oh, what's that? I almost gave a shit. And yes, I am currently deflecting with comedy because you know what? As much as those comments are left by stupid people who don't know any better, they do stick with you. And that's something I've had to learn. Even when you know people are wrong, their hurtful and hateful words can still stick with you. But I'm lucky enough that I have this platform where I can like vent those feelings in a healthy way. And YouTube, as much as it is a creative outlet for me, it's also a coping mechanism to share my feelings and feel heard. And that's something I'm incredibly grateful for. I'm really loving how this eye is turning out though, on an unrelated note. Gonna grab some of this lavender shade here called Player One. And this next question is actually very interesting to me that I wanted to answer. If you were to be quote unquote canceled due to a scandal, how do you think you would handle that? First of all, it's interesting to me to think like what scandal would take me out? What would be my crux? What would I get canceled for? Because you know what? the easiest way to never get caught saying the N-word on camera is to never say it in your life. I'm gonna be real with you. I would probably like delete all my accounts and leave the internet. Like, I don't know how I'd handle that amount of scrutiny. I already have extreme anxiety knowing that 20,000 people now watch my channel. But I don't like what cancel culture really implies. I believe in call-out culture. I believe in when someone does something wrong, calling them out and holding them accountable for their actions. I think the term cancel really implies like, that's it, you're done, you're canceled forever, there's nothing you can ever do to learn from this or to redeem yourself. So to an extent, I'm for call-out culture. I truly believe like there's nothing you can really say to people to show that you've learned when enough people have decided that you're over forever. So I don't know how I would deal with that. Let's just hope it never happens. That's a really interesting question. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't hate me. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of cheat code right onto the inner corner of the lower lash line. I love all these like gaming references in the shade names because I am not a gamer unless you count Animal Crossing and Cooking Mama. But I actually like don't have any games on my iPhone. I don't play games on a regular basis. I deleted all my iPhone games when I got to junior year of high school because I knew it was going to be a drain on my time. But yeah, I'm like not like a gamer, so these shade names don't make any sense to me, but I understand the references because I'm an avid part of ethot culture. I use these Lottie London stamp liners. I have the star one and I'm going to do some cute little stars. I'm just going to do tiny little dots of liner in between those stars to look like little baby stars. Okay, I think it'll look a lot better once I put on like lashes and stuff, but I'm liking how it looks so far. Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, as usual. I'm gonna use the Embi lashes in the style Nova. Someone asks the weirdest but also most relevant question ever. Do people in California have fireplaces? Weird question, LMAO. That's a very strange question. I think it does vary by house by house. For example, my house, we have a fireplace. We never use it. A lot of houses have like fake fireplaces where like they have the facade for where the fireplace is, but it doesn't actually lead to a chimney. It's just like there. I don't know. But yeah, my house, we have one. We could use it, like it's a real fireplace. I think it really does depend on like the size of your house, but most houses in my area, they either have a real fireplace but nobody uses theirs, or they have a fake fireplace that also nobody uses. I don't know, we're just like quirky like that. Alright, and then for lips, I'm gonna go in first with the Nude Sticks Gel Color Balm in the shade J Mama. I don't love that. I'm just gonna top it off with some KKW Beauty Gloss in the shade Rose Gold. Alright, and that is the look. I'm gonna go put on an outfit and we will finish the outro. Alright guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just testing out a bunch of new releases, chatting about life, and I'm simultaneously very emo about it and also very excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed down below and also follow me on Instagram to see makeup looks like this posted until I run out of content and have to come back home to shoot some more. I hope you've been having a hot girl summer, not a hot girl bummer, and if you made it to the very end of this video, you get the bonus meme. Love you. Bye.
Bro, what is this new filter? Bro, why is they